Hi, I'm Phyllis from southernfrugal.com, and good morning. It's smoothie time. Now this morning I'm going to be using the last of my packets that I put in the freezer. So it's already, I took them out when I first got up, so they're somewhat already melted. So this has got broccoli, butternut squash, blueberries, now they're all ground up already and they're kind of melted, and pineapple, and let's see if I see anything else, orange, mango. So we're going to dump those in, and then we're going to add something to it. So turn down so you can see. By the way, it's cloudy outside and we've got lots of rain, which is really good for the garden. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to dump all this in. And it is just still maybe partially frozen. And this morning I'm going to use some grapes. These are some that were previously frozen. They're red globe grapes and they've got the big seeds in them. So I'm going to dump that in. Dinosaur kale. And this is frozen in little ice trays. Put 3 of those in. 2 little cubes of, really they're orange lentils that I cooked and froze. Alright, now let's see what else we got. I'm going to this morning put in 3 bananas, and of course the bananas were also previously frozen. Let me get this stuff out of the way here. Alright. So yeah, once the bananas have thawed out somewhat, they're much easier to peel after you freeze them. So I'm just going to cut the ends off there. See, all the strings and everything will pretty well come right off of them. There you go. So I'm going to use 3 of them. They're kind of small bananas this morning. There's the other one, and I'm going to put 1 more in. And there you go. So that's 3 small bananas. Got to wash my hands. Alright, so now I'm going to also add peanut butter. And I'm using Jif because I'm trying to actually get rid of all this Jif peanut butter. Next time I'm going to get all natural peanut butter. But I am going to get a name brand. Alright, so we got probably about 3 tablespoons of peanut butter. And then I'm going to add almond milk, which I'm also trying to get rid of. So we'll add probably, maybe that's a good cup. Alright. Oh, sorry. Alright, I wanted to talk to y'all a minute about the smoothie yesterday. What ended up happening was that we had a packet and I added all this stuff to it, and something yesterday really made a big difference in the energy level. I mean a big difference. So the only thing I could figure out is I had the lentils and I used the peanut butter, and I usually use one or the other. But yesterday I used both, and I worked in the garden. I got all the weeds out, and I got about, I'd say, 1/4 of the compost put in the garden, and which is really hard to do because you got to shovel it out, put it in the wheelbarrow, and then go distribute it. So I got at least 1/4 of that, and it's a 5x5 compost bin, and it was really packed down, really stuff from probably almost a year. But anyway, so last night at 8 o'clock I was still working. I mean, who knew, right? Plus I did 5 videos yesterday and loaded them and all that. So something was different than I mean, I usually have enough energy, but this was just unreal. So I'm saying that I think that it was the Jif and the lentils. That was the extra ingredients that were added, and the dinosaur kale. But I've used dinosaur kale before, and it does give you energy, but not that much. So Anyway, we're going to mix this up now. Oh, and I wanted to mention, I made myself a little note. Mr. Bucky lost 31 pounds from the food poisoning, and he went for his checkup yesterday after, all the food poisoning thing. And the doctor was very happy with the weight loss, and he said, sorry it had to be to do with food poisoning, but try to keep it off. So anyway, in the beginning when he first came home, it only looked like he had maybe lost 10 pounds. But most of that was fluid, because what they were doing was pumping fluid in, and it wasn't really getting in the cells, so it was just kind of retained in the body. And it just took a couple of weeks for all that to really work out. All right, hold on a minute, I've got to sneeze. All right, we're back. Okay, so we're going to mix this up this morning. Anyway, very happy about Mr. Bucky's weight loss. Very happy. All right, so I'm going to start this out on, let me turn it down so you can see. Now this, of course, is a Vitamix, and it's the 5200 series, and I always have started leaving the number where you can order one from the factory, and if you use my code you can get free shipping. So I've started putting that down below on all of my smoothie videos. All right, so here we go. Did you hear it slow down? Well, that happens because I've got frozen stuff in there. Probably too much frozen in there. So what I'm going to do, because this is super thick, I'm going to taste of that. So I'm going to go ahead and add more of the almond milk, because I don't like it this thick, and I'm also going to have enough to freeze a tray for later. Let me go get the tray. So just a regular cheap little ice tray from Walmart, really. All right, so let's mix this up again. I'm gonna get a new spoon, stir that around a little bit. Anyway, for some reason, adding the lentils and the peanut butter just is a tremendous energy boost. So I'm trying to replicate that. Letting it run a little longer to help thaw everything out. Do it. Now, what I was saying was we let it run a little longer because the Vitamix itself, it creates some heat down there at the blades where it's turning so fast, so that helps thaw things out, really. All right, so here goes. Hopefully I have enough to fill one of the ice trays plus our two 20-ounce glasses. So let's see. All right, here we go. Now that's about the right thickness that I like. It's like not quite as thick as a milkshake. You know, it's pourable, in other words. All right, now this is all I do. Just pour it into the ice tray. And I think these are Rubbermaid ice trays. And freeze it, and then they just pop right out, and I can put them in a little packet. And what I'm planning to do is take these up when we go back to the mountain property. And So, you know, for at least a couple of mornings there, we'll have our smoothie already made, just needed to thaw out a little bit. That's it. All right, so there you go. Try to even it out a little bit. And there it is. All right, so I'll put that in the little freezer to get it frozen before I put it in the little baggie. All right, giving this a taste. Sweet, and yet it's got a little tang to it. Now, it's interesting, I don't taste the pineapple this morning, because usually pineapple dominates everything when you use pineapple, and there is pineapple in here, but I don't taste it. It's good. It's really good. Anyway, I do think that the combination of the peanut butter and the lentils was what made a difference in the great energy level I had yesterday. I mean, it was just unreal. And I was working outside mostly, and it was hot as blazes out there, and we had major humidity, but still, you know, I had the energy to keep going. And even Mr. Bucky noticed, where'd you get all that energy? He noticed it. But anyway, all right, we will see y'all next time.